return to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
Leading them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They'll start with the option.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Here's Trubisky. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky.
Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky.
Getting the football to Davis on an out route.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
They'll go option to the short side.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Again, Trubisky will hold on to it. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper. First down.
And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
First and 10, Taylor now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's a jet sweep. Trubisky pops it forward.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you
nowhere to go. Here he lost the football.
A A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Mahomes now on first down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 25 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The Bengals at 10-2 on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Mahomes now on first down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From the 44, Mahomes. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And he
shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Browns D locked in on third down, brings up fourth. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will tie us at 3-3.
So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at them. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
a
that
really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole
bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On second down, it's Taylor.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now Trubisky.
Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
They run once more with Taylor.
And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis.
Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
And Trubisky's going to keep it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mitchell Trubisky, his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Browns have moved out in front.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Long. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start, offense.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cedric Wilson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point. and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Yellow.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Mahomes' throw into the hands of Hooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll swing this out to Fournette. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Mahomes to throw once more. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now here's Mahomes. He's got long over. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Touchdown! Van Jefferson as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
That time, a 9-play drive. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Rod. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Richie James, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Justin Herbert, strong in the victory, as his guys managed to cobble together their 3rd win in an otherwise dismal campaign. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And finding the tight end Hooper. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Baron Browning in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. The drive will start with an option going left. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Solomon Thomas. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, we've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block. And you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On first down, Mahomes
throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. On third down, Fournette. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Dumps it off to Fournette. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hunter Long from 3 yards out. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns set to take over. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, a 22.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Defense was expecting one of their Delta pass of over 15 yards.
A tie game in the 4th quarter. You and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now here's the option play going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Mahomes now to throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They go play action. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Up the gut, Fournette. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun give to Fournette. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes. The left side caught by Diggs. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Fournette running out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
67 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Van Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Again, Trubisky will hold on to it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Trubisky. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing here, Trubisky. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Trubisky's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Throwing now is Trubisky. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No, 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 no. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Inside handoff now to Fournette.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
The Charles will retreat into an excellent game day, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime. And now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Bengals, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.